Well, here we are in the Whitehouse Woods, and as you can see, it's raining pretty heavily. I've got a coat on. It's nice warm rain, it's okay. She doesn't mind. To be honest, I don't either. It's nice to be out. Actually, it's extra nice to be out because we were due some rain anyway. We haven't had any for a long time. But also, I've got all my waterproofs on, so I'm not getting wet. Isn't that great? And even if I was wet, I'd just get dry again. I'm not cold. But as it happens, I'm head to foot in waterproofs. In fact, I'll just show you. There we go. It's me. Bonnet, waterproof jacket, waterproof trousers, waterproof boots. Even got my Sexy Dave name badge on today as well, just in case anyone forgets. Just about how sexy I am. Which they wouldn't, of course. Right, which way would we go here, Sally? Just carry on? No, just carry on. Yeah, and what I like about this is just the fact that it is raining. Because we're in a wood. And you can see the rain in the puddles, like I showed you, and you can hear the rain. And it's like being in a caravan where you go to sleep and you hear the rain on the roof. In fact, I could hear the rain on the roof last night, and it does help you go to sleep. It was raining last night and all this morning. And in fact, I've just been visiting somebody who hadn't been sleeping that well and now has last night, just with the sound of the rain on their roof. So it's kind of therapeutic, isn't it? Everything about water, it doesn't matter how you hear it, whether it's in the sea or rain or a waterfall or just a little babbling brook, or in my case babbling blackie. Where is Sally? This is just TV. Water always sounds great, doesn't it? And always looks great. And I remember hearing or reading at some point in my life that it's all to do with the fact that we all originated from the water. We all came out of the sea when we were little tiny organisms, whatever that, millions of years ago. And so it's something in our DNA that just still remembers our association with water, even though we crawled out of the water and became land animals and then land mammals. It's still part of us, because all the animals in the world originated in the sea. And then one or two just started kind of coming out the edges and benefiting from that because there were no competitors. So there we go. That's what I've heard anyway. That's why we like the sound of the round water. We all want to be looking out to the sea more than we want to be looking out to the land, I think. Certainly that's the case for me. If I go around Arran and I think of all the places that I'd like, because I love Arran, it's my favourite place. All the villages that I'd like to live in, if I was going to live in a village. And I was thinking about it, I thought about it quite a lot at one point, recently. And the ones that didn't appeal, I couldn't quite put my finger on it, because I'm thinking they're pretty villages. And then eventually I worked it out. All the ones that didn't appeal didn't have the sea beside them. It's as simple as that. No offence to anybody who lives in them, but like Lag and Komori and Shiskin and these places, if they didn't have the sea beside them, they just weren't for me, magical places for me, like, you know, Whiting Bay, where I live, and all these other villages. It's the shore, and I don't have a boat. I don't go out in the sea or anything. I know I work for Calmac. I'll show you. Calmac make good jackets. That's why I'm wearing it. But so you know, I'm a land-based person. I like to do things in the hills and forestry and trails and woods like this. But I still like living beside the sea, and it's that association with the water. I think that's all it is, you know. I mentioned the other day I bought a kayak, and I only had it for a week and sold it again because I realised as soon as I bought it, I wasn't going to use it. You know, it appeals, the idea of having a kayak. But then when you think about it, it's so much hassle. What am I going to do in my free time? I'm going to spend my free time doing things, charging about in this wonderful landscape that we've got. Let's go this way, Sally. Let's go this way. It's like a kind of easier path. So yeah, I only had a kayak for a week. And I'm just not, I just didn't use it. And the same with a fishing boat or something like that, you know. Or whatever. It's just not for me. And honestly, I suppose I'm a little bit afraid of the sea as well. I did have a bad experience in the sea once in a little yacht. It was disastrous. But anyway, I could tell you the story of that, another one. Quite a good story. I'm not in control when I'm in the sea. I mean, I feel like I'm in control if I'm on the land. Although, it can be just as dangerous getting stuck in a hill as it can out at sea. I appreciate that. I think I just understand the rules better. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I don't really understand the rules of the sea very well. But there you go. So I did put my finger on it in the end. The reason that I like Whiting Bay and these other villages is because we've got the shore, the tide's coming in and out, the noise of the sea. If you're really lucky, you live right close enough to hear the sea. I mean, I went to, is it Macrahanish, and it's got like an angry sea, you know, like that. It's much more exposed than Arran, and so there's a noisy, you know, rough sea. I just loved it. You know, big breakers, white waves all the time, white horses coming in, and it was alive, you know. Imagine going to sleep with that the whole time. I was there with a motorhome, and the motorhome was kind of like wind swept and interesting, and getting rocking about, but I just loved it. I'm not going to forget it. It was such a wonderful place to be, because you could experience the sea. Anyway, there we have it. Whitehouse Woods in the rain. I'm just stopping for a sec. You can hear some traffic because we're just about at the road, and that's why I've stopped here. And there's the main path going through the Whitehouse Woods there. Quite flooded today. Okay, that's us. Back out the road. Right, I'll see you later.